Hey kids, it's January 26, 2011, and while everybody was watching President Obama's State of the Union address tonight, I was watching Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe. And it just happens the episode that Discovery chose to air tonight was Dirty Infrastructure, where Mike Rowe goes over the American Society of Civil Engineers report card for the infrastructure of the United States. And, the space to my left, you're going to see the report card recreated for you, so you don't have to leave what I'm discussing with you here. America's infrastructure GPA overall is a D. Estimated 5-year investment need is $2.2 trillion. That's a lot of money. That's not something you're going to find under the seat cushions. So I got to thinking about it, and I'm sitting there saying, wow, infrastructure is a big deal. Infrastructure makes everything possible. If your toilets don't flush, you're screwed. If you don't have clean drinking water and you happen to be on city water, you're screwed. If the infrastructure overall isn't maintained, you're not going to get energy to turn your lights on. The food's not going to get to the food store. It also becomes a national security issue. So I was sitting there thinking like, oh wow, this is some pretty heavy stuff. So I check out the website, and I'm going to link to the website down below so you guys can look into this further for yourself. But ultimately what it comes down to, and it was interesting, is at the end of the episode, Mike Rowe says, look, I don't know how to fix it. I know where the problem is not, but, I don't know how to fix it. And I'm thinking it's probably more along the lines of he can't say what's on his mind because, constraints placed upon him by Discovery Channel. But I got to thinking, well, how could you fix it? And I'm sitting there thinking, that's a lot of money, $2.2 trillion, man. What do you do? How do you even, in the economical state we're in, we can't even, we're talking about massive budget cuts and stuff. Here we're going to talk about spending $2.2 trillion. Pull the trigger on that one and see how happy people are. And then I was sitting there thinking, the problem is not necessarily the infrastructure need. The problem is that we can't afford it. Our financial house in this country is in such a state of disarray that we cannot, there's nowhere near the possibility of fixing it until we fix our financial house first. So I'll leave this thought with you, and I encourage you to check out the infrastructure report card. Stroll around their website. There's a lot more at stake here than people realize. It's not just a bad economy and foreclosures of homes and big banks screwing people out of their money and stuff. America as we know it today may cease to exist in 20 years if the infrastructure completely collapses. I'll give you here's a thought. You live in a city. You're tied into the public sewer system. The sewer system collapses, and you just happen to be the lowest house in your neighborhood. Well, guess what? Your toilet just exploded. You can't live in that house no more. Water, if you're on public water, and they can't fix and maintain the public water system, where are you going to get your water from? Can you live without electricity? Yeah, you probably could live in a house without electricity. I've done it, but it's not easy. Roads, you have to drive somewhere to wherever it is you plan to go, but if all your roads are either closed or falling apart, or you got to travel 20 miles out of your way to get somewhere because the main roadway to get to where you want to go, the bridge collapsed, and there's no money to fix it. You know, I mean, it's just a sliding slope that just gets worse and worse and worse. So just check it out. Links below. I'll throw a link up to Mike Rowe Works as well. It's a good website. Talks about blue-collar jobs and putting Americans back to work. Until next time, I'll do it with my left hand. Peace. God bless you all, and God bless this republic.